Hello, friends and family of the great city of El Dorado. It's a perfect time for Campus Edge.
I know, right? I can't wait to get on with this so I can get something to eat.
Well, did you take a look at where we're at?
Yeah, I've heard good things about Jacob's Well. We've had a few pieces on this location. It's like a Campus Edge staple.
First off, we'll have a piece on some delicate foreign chocolates and a great new movie filled with animals.
Then a couple places in Wichita that varies from old classic burgers and shakes to Hispanic food made from the heart.
To wrap up the show, we'll look at a spotlight on an actor who has been acclaimed as one of the best of our generation and a hot video game review.
All that and more
on the Campus Edge.
You want to know a secret?
I mean, as long as it's appropriate, sure?
Guess what I love more than family and school?
Wait, you love school. I don't even want to know at this point.
Just guess, Michael.
I'm drawing a blank here.
It has to do with food, like candy. Every girl loves it.
I still don't know.
Chocolate, Michael. Chocolate.
Oh, I have a piece on some imported chocolate. Let's see. Hello, I'm Michael Sullivan, and if there's one thing I don't know a lot about, it's chocolate. I didn't know there were so many kinds, including the 3 types I'm showing you today: international, specialty, and domestic. Today we're going to try bits out of every single one of those 3 categories. So let's start with the international. First, there's Toblerone from Switzerland, Click from Israel, Nestle Aero from the UK, and Hello Panda / Koala Marches from Japan. I'm going to be testing them out a little bit. So let's start with the Toblerone. Toblerone's pretty different because it's not just chocolate, it's also honey and almond nougat, which is, I think, is a pretty good combination. That's delicious. Now, Click is different since it's made in Israel, where everything needs to be kosher. So this is made with kosher-only ingredients. That's delicious. Now here's Aero from the UK. UK and the US kind of make similar chocolate, so I don't imagine that this is very different from the rest of the chocolate here in the US. That's very light. Now here's Hello Pandas. These are different in the sense that they're actually wrapped in what they call biscuits and filled with the chocolate. Now these are from Japan, and they're delicious. Now let's move on to the specialty. These ones are different in the sense that they're all variants of dark chocolate. The variants include dark chocolate with chili pepper, dark chocolate with pineapple, dark chocolate with salted caramel, dark chocolate with orange, and a touch of sea salt. So let's go ahead and give these ones a try. All right, let's try the pineapple first. Oh. That's actually really good. All right, how about the intense orange? I got mainly dark chocolate with that one. All right. All right. A touch of sea salt. That one kind of reminds me of like chocolate covered pretzels, in the sense of like sweet and salty kind of go together. I'm not saying it's bad. It's actually fairly good. This is the one I actually really wanted to do last because I've never had chocolate with chili pepper ever, and I thought it would be interesting. Did I even get chili pepper with that? Okay, actually that one's starting to burn a little bit. It's a slow burn. It takes a little bit to kick in. But other than that, it's not bad. I'm really starting to get the after effects on that one. Alright, now let's move on to the domesticated. Now the last category is domestic. I don't really have to try these ones just to have you know what these just are. We have Almond Joy, Snickers, Twix, Reese's, Three Musketeers, Take 5, Whoppers, Kit Kat, Crunch, Mr. Goodbar, Butterfingers, Heath, Hershey's, M&M's, Babe Ruth's. Just, this is all considered domesticated candy. Now, it's international the most, but, you know, here, we kind of like it. I'm Michael Sullivan with BCTV 20. Now back to the studio, and you have a nice day.
I couldn't help myself during that piece. I wanted to go grab a chocolate bar.
Well, what did you get?
I already ate it, but it's neither here nor there.
Have you seen the movie Zootopia?
No, why? Is it good?
I can't tell you that because I haven't seen it, but I think Brian has this covered.
Zootopia is the newest animated adventure film brought to you by Disney that will leave you laughing, crying, or everything in between. Oozing with symbolism in every bite, this is a movie you're sure to enjoy. Whether you're looking for something to take your kids to, or you're looking for a film that will make you ask yourself deep, existential questions about your place in the world, this movie features several zany characters in its giant world of talking animals. From acclaimed actors like Jennifer Goodwin, Jason Bateman, Idris Elba, J.K. Simmons, and many more. This film does an amazing job of creating characters that poke fun at their human counterparts, with each animal saying something about the character. Our main character is a likable go-getter bunny by the name of Judy Hopps, voiced by Jennifer Goodwin.
ZPD's first rabbit officer, Judy Hopps.
You ready to make the world a better place?
Hopps is trying to make it in a world that wants to push her down. In Zootopia, bunnies are generally expected to work the massive carrot farms in the world of their enormous families. Judy finds herself drawn to the field of law enforcement, stating that she likes to do what is right. When she tells her parents, she's almost laughed at. While most of the demographic for Zootopia police officers consists of large, fast predators, this does not get Judy Hopps down. Initially failing her training poorly, she is not discouraged and tries over and over until she passes her training and becomes the world's first bunny cop. Titles don't seem to mean anything to Hopps' coworkers, most of which seem to ignore her eligibility as a cop. The last straw comes when the hard-nosed police chief, Bogo, gives every other cop a missing animals report to investigate and gives Judy the job of meter maid.
You strike out, you resign.
Deal.
Judy doesn't fret, though. She embraces her job and becomes the best meter maid she can be. During her exploits as a meter maid, however, she runs into a fox by the name of Nick Wilde, voiced by Jason Bateman.
Hello? I'm here to ask you some questions about a case.
Then they should have gotten a real cop to solve it.
You are under arrest.
For what, hurting your feelings?
You are a key witness.
No, he is.
Hey!
Wilde is a sly con artist, always looking to make a buck and pull a fast one. Through meeting Wilde, Judy learns that things are not always what they seem in Zootopia. After an incident with the police chief where Judy is almost fired, a missing animal case is dumped on her plate. She enlists the help of Nick with the help of some minor blackmail, and the two become partners on the case. What they discover is a conspiracy that puts the Watergate scandal to shame. I think this film does a good job at maintaining the balance between original creative jokes and pop culture references. But that's just what I thought. What does this young film lover have to say about it?
My first thoughts going into Zootopia were, I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me. The designs of the animals made me just a little bit uncomfortable, I will say that, but as the movie went on, I just kind of connected with them, and I thought the characters were really well done. It's a movie really built around characters, and I appreciated that about it. The story gets a little convoluted, but I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm not huge on children's films, except for Shrek, the Lego Movie, and Wreck-It Ralph, but I thought this one was pretty okay for being Zootopia. I don't really get all of the hubbub about it because I'm not huge on anamorphic, humanized animals, but it was all right. I'd give it like an 8 out of 10, probably.
If I had to rate Zootopia, I'd give it 7 out of 10 overconfident protagonists that will foolishly lead children into believing that they can achieve whatever they set their minds to. For BCTV Channel 20, I'm investigative reporter Brian Harden, and it's time for me to hop on out of here.
With Butler, Cameron's barbershop quartet sang their way to 8 in the world while singing the praises of one powerful education. He's found the power to record 3 CDs and write more than 120 songs, including the one song inspired by his time at Butler, playing in the background now. All this personalized to around 14 in each class, and that's much better than sitting in the 23rd row of a 600-seat auditorium. Cameron found his passion in music. He discovered his power at Butler. How will power change you?
Here we go, another day, another early start with lots of stops. And it goes. But today is one day closer to working normal hours, earning more money, paying off bills, and making my girls proud. I can do this. Today might be tough, but tomorrow will be better.
At Butler Community College, your tomorrow is closer than you think. Enroll today for spring classes. Butler Community College. Let's take tomorrow.
Welcome back, everyone. I like that piece a lot.
Why is that?
Movies like that always appeal to the soft spot in my heart.
Well, okay. You know what my favorite time period is?
Let me guess. The 90s.
Come on, we were born during that time. I'm talking about in terms of times before us.
The 50s, 60s?
Correct. We also have a piece on a place that embodies that. Take it away.
Hey everyone, it's Campus Edge reporter Jenny Gilbert here again in busy downtown Wichita. And boy, do I have a treat for you.
I looked at the old mill on St. Patrick's Day, 1982, and fell in love with it. I wasn't looking for a business, I was just looking at an old building. And just one as curiosity. And then I heard that they were going to tear out the fountain, so I wanted to get involved and save the fountain. And I had came here in my 30s. Every time I'd come downtown to swim, my dad and I'd come over here and have chili.
The Old Mill Tasty Shop has been an iconic restaurant in Wichita for many years. Many people who visit the restaurant appreciate its old-fashioned appeal, but few know the story behind it.
Otto and Erna Wormke started the Old Mill in 1932. Otto was an immigrant from Germany. Erna's family was from Germany, and she was raised here in Wichita, Kansas. But she had been a pilot in the First World War in Germany. And they met in New York, and they came here, and he was a candy maker. And they wanted to have a little place where he could make his candy and serve sandwiches.
Unlike other restaurants that only replicate a retro feel, the Old Mill does its best to stay true to its roots.
We do everything, we make everything here. We do bring in our breads and our ice cream. All of our recipes come from our families.
Though many of the customers that come here are native to Wichita, people from all over come to see what this place is all about.
From Canada.
I'm from Chicago.
And not surprisingly, they enjoy this unique little restaurant.
I really like everything about it. I like the kind of mom and pop type of feel to it. I like how they have the classic kind of go around at things. They still like make their own soda. Their ice cream is still like, it said on the little menu that they still like hand make it and things like that. And you can really taste it when you're enjoying it.
It's a cool place, like more country related, like a home kitchen feel.
This place is great. I feel like I'm in 1946.
Not only does the Old Mill have loyal customers, but also loyal employees.
We have a wait person that's been here 30 years, one that's been here 15 years. They like that when they come back, they see the same people. We have a cook that's been here 25 years.
The Old Mill Tasty Shop has left an imprint on the hearts of many throughout the years, and will continue to warm the hearts of generations to come.
Our food is special, our people are special, and then having an old working fountain that is the best in Kansas. Our malts were just rated best in Kansas because they're hand dipped, each one made individually. We've been here long enough that we're seeing the children that we serve bringing their children. So that's very satisfying. We have people that come back to Wichita every year on their vacation, and this is the place they come.
Well, it looks like that's all that's on the menu for today. So for Campus Edge, I'm Jenny Gilbert.
I would spend a lot of money there. I'll have to check it out at some point.
Right, I know you'll like it.
Do you have a favorite era or time period?
Not really. I'm in the middle on a lot of things.
Well, how open would you be to trying a food truck?
As in the ones that are usually outside big buildings in downtown areas?
Yes. Carolina has us covered with a small mobile truck that packs a punch.
This should be great. I love tamales.
Have you guys been searching for that typical Mexican food, the good kind, but Taco Bell is the only thing you can find? Well, I'm reporter Carolina Lozano, and today I will show you a different option where you can find the most delicious Mexican food here in Wichita, Monica's Food Truck. So let's check it out.
Monica is my daughter. She's the oldest of the daughters, and when we first started the business, it was addressed as Monica's homemade food truck. Monica's homemade food truck got started probably about 3-4 months ago. My wife likes to cook, the girls like to cook, so we decided let's give it a shot and make some money. So everybody kind of got together, and myself, and we just we make from anywhere from enchiladas, tacos, fajita wraps, and tamales, which is a big hit. And we started making some salsa. One of my daughters, Michelle, started making salsa. Comes out real good. A lot of people are happy, and we just continue selling our salsa. Like I said, our big hit was the tamales. Tamales have been a tradition for years. And as we got the food truck, well, we have a grill, so we said, well, let's make some tacos. We make three different flavor of tacos. It's pork meat, chicken, or beef, which is, the pork is el pastor, marinated real good. Chicken, likewise, is marinated. And our beef, it's asada. We put a seasoning on it, and it's very, very good. And also we got our wraps, our fajita wraps. The choice again, beef, pork, and chicken. With the bell pepper, onions, and it's real good. And we have our enchiladas, which are made daily. They're the rolled red enchiladas. They're real good. You can get them either choice of cheese or beef, and they come out real good. We can make them. We sell them by the dozen, half dozen, or also as a plate with the beans and rice. All the flavoring and everything comes from my wife. It's everything she does. She does it from her heart, and she's learned throughout her generation. And I've been married 36 years to my wife, and every day has been the same and good, delicious, and as we continue to sell here in our food truck. The only days we don't open is Mondays. So from there, Tuesday through Friday, 11 till 6, or sometimes 7 o'clock, it depends if we're kind of busy. We stay here at Maple and Seneca, which is right at the cycle shop right here where we park. So that's through Tuesday through Friday. Saturday and Sunday, we have another location, which is St. Paul and Central. There's a West Side Liquor Store. We're parked right in the front, and that's our second location for the weekends. And that's also like Saturdays over there. It's from 11 o'clock till 6 or 7, depending. Also, again, if we're busy. And on Sundays, we usually kind of a little bit slow, so we try and go a little bit earlier from 10:30 till about 3-4 o'clock on Sunday. I would recommend anybody come and eat. We're here in Wichita, big city. A lot of people are hungry, and a lot of, for the college students, you guys are hungry or whatever, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Facebook, and you want to come and eat something, something real simple. You want a plate, you want a dinner, you want some tamales. We have enchiladas. We also got chile rellenos with beans and rice, whatever you need. If you want a simple just burrito, we got it. Price is real good. Everything's made freshly every day. You just got to come and taste it. It is awesome. I think you'll enjoy it. For all you college students, anybody else. Your parents come in town or whatever, bring them on down, and you guys come and munch out.
So just remember, Maple and Seneca in Wichita, Kansas, by the cycle station. So come check the food out. This has been Carolina Lozano. Now back to the studio.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break. Get a quick snack. I mean super quick.
Time to think about dinner, and I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. It takes a lot of passion to make the perfect meal. but today is one day closer to becoming a chef and owning my own restaurant. It's going to be a great day and an even better tomorrow.
At Butler Community College, your tomorrow is closer than you think. Enroll now for classes. Butler Community College. Let's take tomorrow.
It's that time. Time for caffeine. Time to remember why I'm up at this hour. Training and preparing for when things heat up. So when that alarm goes off, I'll be there to help. Everything I'm doing today is going to make all the difference for tomorrow.
At Butler Community College, your tomorrow is closer than you think. Enroll now for classes. Butler Community College. Let's take tomorrow.
I love authentic Mexican food. It's as if I'm in Mexico myself.
Same here. Hopefully that certain someone doesn't become president, or things like that won't happen.
Yeah, I prefer to keep a friendship with my Hispanic counterparts.
Well, we're in the home stretch of the show. You know what's up next?
I think a movie review with a twist?
What do you mean, with a twist?
You know the new movie 10 Cloverfield Lane? It features John Goodman in a very different role than he normally plays.
Like I said, what do you mean?
Let's watch the piece to find out.
10 Cloverfield Lane is a really fantastic movie that Hollywood took and forced into another franchise they're trying to churn out. It features some fantastic actors and a great actress, and is all around a great thriller. The reason why I personally chose to go see this film, however, was John Goodman. John Goodman is one of the best American actors of our time. I try not to exaggerate my opinions, but it is hard not to when talking about John Goodman. The man has such role variety that he has been in any kind of film or television show one can think of, ranging from playing Fred Flintstone in the live-action Flintstones movie, being a T-Rex in We're Back, a loving father in Roseanne, a crazy Vietnam veteran in The Big Lebowski, Speaker of the House in The West Wing, a vice dean in Community, and one of his best roles being a cop in the diner in Shud. However, nothing beats his role in 10 Cloverfield Lane, where he plays a conspiracy theorist with mental issues. John Goodman has a fantastic voice and a great energy about him that makes any audience member love him. What makes this thriller interesting is that it's a movie about deciding whether or not he's crazy. His reigns in the movies that he has been in totally helps the fact. Instead of being a cliché conspiracy theorist that happened to be right all along, he actually becomes a human being dealing with mental issues, which makes him unsettling as well as understandable. The movie starts out with the main character, played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who you may know as Ramona Flowers from Scott Pilgrim, running away from her past. When she gets in a car crash, she awakens in a bunker where she is told the world is ending. This makes every character's movement more gripping to the viewer. The only problem I would have with this film is towards the end, where they totally shoehorn in an ending in order to make it into a Hollywood kind of film. The problem with this ending is the way that they execute it. It could have been done way better had more time been put into the idea. I won't say much about the ending because even that is sort of spoilers, but it definitely was placed in order to make more money for this film. The thing that I didn't understand was that they also included John Goodman, so it seemed like the movie would easily make money based on that aspect. I give this movie 3.5 out of 5 weirdly placed celebrity cameos, like how Bradley Cooper was on the other side of a phone call with the main character.
Hey, so Tyler, when we budgeted this, we didn't think you were seeing it in IMAX. We didn't know that was necessary for this film. And we're not going to actually make back the money on this that we spent to take you to the film. So we're going to have to do a clickbait title, so if you could just come up with something for that, that'd be ideal. So just...
I got it!
Children behave. That's what they say when we're together.
That movie looks eerie, but I kind of want to see it now, just because of John Goodman.
I think you'd enjoy it. We have one more piece, correct?
Yep, and it's a take on a video game that's flown off the shelves. Roll the tape.
Today we are going to take a look at the new video game by Tom Clancy, The Division. It's not too hard to find nice things to say about The Division, especially as it unfolds.
Retailers are calling this their 149,000 stores.
All I got from The Division's static open world was a breadcrumb trail to follow, and conveniently placed people to shoot at the end. Things like muzzle travel and bullet spray play a big enough role that guns have their own distinct feel.
season is off to its earliest
Appears to be a previously unknown variant of the flu, suspected case catching many experts off guard.
Today I was feeling like maybe
The only real action comes in the form of one preset. Only one-time missions, and once you've done them all in a zone, there is no reason to come back besides some boring collectibles.
Bridges are closed. It's smallpox is a very real danger. More than a bowl.
Let me stop you there. This is not a panic situation.
Virtual Manhattan is full of beautiful sights to be seen, as it provides a world of things to do. Enemy encounters are spread thin like too little butter on too much bread, creating long stretches of eventless walking.
first responders are either dead
No resources available.
or treated like animals.
It's not our job. We're not trained for that.
Its open-world version of Manhattan is both gorgeous and authentic.
We knew the situation was bad. Worse than anyone knew.
Its third-person combat is sound, and its RPG elements run surprisingly deep. And yet, next to everything good the Division does, there's a big, ugly
We have no
asterisk.
rules. We have no limits. Our job is to protect what remains.
We are your co-workers. We are your neighbors. We might even
Still,
be
the mere fact that the action leans on sharp aim and smart tactics makes it rewarding when the last foe falls. That goes double for the main story missions, which throws you headlong into some serious firefights. Overall, I give the Division 5 out of 10 stars. For BCTV Channel 20, I'm Connor Zimmerman.
Today we got a chance to see different types of imported chocolates and a look at the fun movie for the family in Zootopia.
Followed by a story on a classic burger and shake joint with a modern twist, plus finding big tastes in small packages.
Last but certainly not least, we saw a story on an actor who's well-rounded and a new game that'll surely take up some free time.
In the meantime, check out the reruns of the show weekdays at 11 a.m. or last week's show at 6:30 p.m. on BCTV Channel 20.
Or you can check them all out on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/user/ButlerRadioTV.
This has been
The Campus Edge.